just trying to embrace them as they walk out of here. But that was, from what they said, inside the mass. It was an all school mass, so it's every student at this school, and so all of them, at least to some extent, witnessed this, whether they saw exactly what was happening or just could hear it. They were all there, so you can see all of these folks who were uninjured who are walking out. But again, it's a very emotional time for them. A lot of these kids are walking out of here in tears, or just with grimacing on their faces, and it's, you can imagine why. It's a pretty tough situation for all of them. Yeah, I don't know much more I can add to that, but you can see a lot of them right there, and it's pretty tough.
We just lost. Hey, I don't know what's going on. We just lost IFB. Hey, this is Scott. We have no IFB out here. Oh my God, they didn't. Thank you. Yeah.
No one. Why are they here then? Why are you here? This is my community.
You're here
Why are
for
you here?
attention. And it's
How
not, it
am
is
I here for
nothing.
attention?
Yes, you are.
How am I here for attention? How? How am I here for attention? Be quiet, Karen.
How are you
You
supporting?
want me on social media? I got 2 million followers on TikTok. Yeah, like stop harassing people. This is my area. Then you should leave too then. You should leave too. The fuck? Ask Karen.
Listen how you talk.
Be quiet, don't fuck me.
Listen how you talk.
Oh my god, are you triggered because someone has time support?
Listen how you
Oh my god, you are bigger. You are bigger.
talk. All these
You are
names-
bigger.
All these names you've
Oh my
thrown at me,
God.
and I've thrown none at you. Not once.
What?
I've thrown no names at you.
But you didn't rip up my sign. You ripped up my sign.
I ripped up your
Yeah, you
sign.
did.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I said his friend did. Yeah, I can. Stop harassing me. Yeah, I'm here for support. Oh, to end gun violence. No, I'm not here for spotlight. Literally, I'm in high school. I live down here. Yeah, so why you harassing someone? What's up, Jacob? Then why you out here? You don't know why I came from? What the hell? The minute was up to this far. Yeah. So I was harassed by all these people here just to support. They don't like support out here. Go USA.
Hey!
Tom? Phyllis? Hey.
the information?
10:30 they're going to give out information.
All 10:30?
Not here on the other.
Other side?
Yeah.
No hay nada de información. A las 10:30 va a haber más información.
Definitely. Some of these kids could probably use a dog to pet. Family? Pretty close to Cal. I was going to bike with course, I'm watching all these people come out, and I'm torn between like being the newsman who's here and wants to ask everybody questions, and a human being who wants to just let them be.
Got a notebook?
Got exercise today.
Nine. I know, I'm not even trying to project out. Okay. Sorry. Get out here, Dan. Take care.
Do you have a phone charger in your bag?
Yeah, where's my bag? It's
Appreciate
over
it. Just a cable. love you.
Tried to talk to somebody and was like angrily told no.
Nice work, by the way. I'm glad we got over here.
Yeah.
Get these dogs. Get the dogs. Huh? Get the dogs. So this piece is on the ground. It might be from some
Oh,
equipment.
gosh.
I don't know what it is.
Beats me, but I'll ask him. Thank you. Is that yours?
I don't think so. No, it's not his.
Hey, is this yours? It's kind of loose on the ground.
Mentioned we do have a crew down there already set up for that as well, but at this point the activity that we see is predominantly a lot of Minneapolis police. There you see some more folks going into that. I can't tell who those are wearing the camouflage up there, but going into the building, around the building. Obviously a number of different agencies out here. We saw, information that the FBI responding to help out with this as well, and just an enormous law enforcement presence here at the north side of the school. Again, though, we've seen throughout the last half hour or so a number of parents bringing their young children out of the school. This is the reunification area for that, and clear emotion on some of the children's faces, and certainly some of the parents' faces as well as they come out of here. Some of them just with that look of shock. Some of them with more of a tearful look to them as well, as they deal with the emotional ramifications here of what has occurred this morning at this school, Annunciation here in Minneapolis. This is a feeder school for Holy Angels. I talked to a parent who's got a daughter at Holy Angels who'd been here, but they have friends who are still here, and they're awaiting word for what is their situation, their condition, if they were involved in this at all. So, a lot of people that if they don't have kids here, they know people who do, or they know the kids who are here based on their personal connections. It appears to be both. I can't fully see the front of the church. Again, it is directly to my right over here. It is blocked by, like I said, 5 ambulances are here on the other side of several squad cars, sheriff's squad car, police car. There is I'm going to get out of the way here. There is a massive police and other law enforcement presence that is making its way towards this portion of the building, which again is the school portion of the building. And, it's unclear exactly what they are doing, but they are coming down here in force. I don't know if these are continuing to respond to something, or if these are people who had responded who are now no longer needed where they were. It is difficult to say, but you can see the number of law enforcement of all types that has responded here. We see Homeland Security the presence here. That's what you see, HSI on the back of the vests that these folks are wearing. That's Federal Homeland Security that is part of this. There's ATF as well. There's the FBI in addition to Minneapolis Police, Park Police. Here comes some more heavily armed Minneapolis police officers as well going with this. Again, they are heading down to the east of this, so towards Lyndale Avenue. So it's hard to say exactly what they are doing now as part of this response or post-response. Certainly, though, again, we'll be getting an update here shortly from the main media staging area, which is just 1 block to my east in front of the sanctuary here at Annunciation.
Say, folks, I'm going to have to get a squad through here.
Hey everybody, I'll just take your attention for a second. My name is Adam Fetcher. I'm the city's Chief Communications Officer. Just letting you know we're running a little bit behind schedule. We'll get started as quickly as possible. If you have inquiries in the meantime, please email communications at minneapolismn.gov. Thank you.
Test 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right.
Check, check, 1, 2, 3. Check, check, 1, 2. Check, check. 1, 2, 3. Check, check.
Just giving you about a 30-second to 60-second warning.
There are no words that can capture the horror and the evil of this unspeakable act. Children are dead. There are families that have a deceased child. You cannot put into words the gravity, the tragedy, or the absolute pain of this situation. We are a Minneapolis family. But to everybody out there, do not think of these as just somebody else's kids. Those families are suffering immense pain right now. Think of this as if it were your own. Every one of us needs to be wrapping our arms around these families, giving them every ounce that we can muster. These were Minneapolis families. These were American families. And the amount of pain that they are suffering right now is extraordinary. And don't just say this is about thoughts and prayers right now. These kids were literally praying. It was the first week of school. They were in a church. These are kids that should be learning with their friends. They should be playing on the playground. They should be able to go to school or church in peace without the fear or risk of violence, and their parents should have the same kind of assurance. These are the sort of basic assurances that every family should have, every step of the day, regardless of where they are in our country. I'm so deeply saddened, and I'm so sorry to the families that I know are suffering right now. My ask is to everyone, stand by them. Love them. These families have forever been changed, and we've all been changed with them. We need to do everything possible to support them through this time. We have a family resource center that has been set up. I'm grateful for all of the law enforcement agencies from a number of different jurisdictions, all the different departmental support that we've received. They're going to be working tirelessly. There's also a family resource center that is being set up as we speak to make sure that we're there for everybody. Again, to the families that are suffering, to those that have experienced loss, I'm so deeply sorry. We're going to be with you every step of the way. We love you. This kind of act of evil should never happen, and it happens far too often. The chief will provide additional details.
My name is Brian O'Hara, B-R-I-A-N, O''H-A-R-A. I am the Minneapolis Police Chief. Earlier today, just before 8:30 a.m., our city experienced an unthinkable tragedy. Minneapolis police officers responded to a report of a shooting at a mass that was happening at the Annunciation Roman Catholic Church on the block behind me. This worship service was marking the first week of school for children that are attending the Annunciation Catholic School. During the Mass, a gunman approached on the outside on the side of the building and began firing a rifle through the church windows towards the children sitting in the pews at the Mass. Shooting through the windows, he struck children and worshipers that were inside the building. The shooter was armed with a rifle, a shotgun, and a pistol. This was a deliberate act of violence against innocent children and other people worshiping. The sheer cruelty and cowardice of firing into a church full of children is absolutely incomprehensible. Police officers from the Minneapolis Police Department immediately responded, entered the church, and attempted to provide first aid and rescue some of the children that were hiding throughout the building, while other first responders came and EMS responded to rush victims to nearby hospitals. 2 young children, ages 8 and 10, were killed where they sat in the pews. Their parents have been notified. 17 other people were injured, 14 of them being children. 2 of those children are in critical condition. The coward who fired these shots ultimately took his own life in the rear of the church. Our hearts are broken for the families who have lost their children, for these young lives that are now fighting to recover, and for our entire community that has been so deeply traumatized by this senseless attack. We will stand together to protect our children, our schools, and our houses of worship. This deliberate act of violence is just a sign of cruelty that is beyond comprehension. Our hearts are broken for everyone that's been affected by this tragedy. As we begin the difficult path of healing, I want the community to know this, that even in the face of such evil, the Minneapolis Police Department and all of our law enforcement partners stand with our community. We stand with these families and with this parish. We will continue to be here for you. With that, the investigation is obviously in its preliminary stages, and I will attempt to take some questions to provide further information.
Chief, what can you tell us about the suspect in this case? How old was he? Any kind of motivation? Any notes or any other information that were left behind?
So we were looking, the question was what can be said about the shooter. We believe it is one suspect, a sole shooter. We believe he is deceased. He is in his early 20s, does not have an extensive known criminal history, and we are looking through information left behind to try and determine some type of motive. Yeah.
How many kids attend the school? How many kids at the school?
How many children? I don't have an exact, the question was how many children at the school. There were dozens of children inside the mass at the time. I don't have an exact count. The children have been relocated into the school, which is where their families are reunifying with them.
Other than the weapons,
Reg.
Other than the weapons, was the shooter a student, former student? Was he a former employee? Do we know that?
The question was, do we know if the shooter was a former school employee or a former student? We don't have that information.
Did he leave anything behind other than the weapons?
There's a vehicle. The question was anything left behind? There's a vehicle that we believe that the suspect used that is being searched, and we will be conducting other searches related to this.
Where was it parked?
Inside the parking lot here.
There
Yep.
was some neighbors who said that the door to the church had been barricaded.
Yep.
Is that correct?
So the question was, neighbors had said that the door to the church had been barricaded. The shooter approached on one side of the church building, and on that side, at least 2 doors, it appears there had been like a 2x4 placed. So not all of the doors around the building, but on the side where the shooter did fire.
And on the outside.
On the outside, yes.
Were there any explosives that were found?
The question was there any explosives? There were reports of that. There were no explosives or improvised devices that we found. I do believe there was one, I guess you would call it a smoke bomb, like not an explosive, but a sort of a firework that would release smoke.
And which side of the building? North, south?
The side that is closest to us, here, on this side, yep.
Was this incident related also at these nearby homes?
I don't have specific information on that I can release. The question was, is he dead from a gunshot wound? The answer is yes. We believe he took his own life in the parking lot.
Was this outside or both inside that he was shooting?
The question was he shooting outside and inside? He was absolutely shooting outside of the building on the side of the church, inside through the windows. It appears he may have gone inside, but I don't believe we've located any casings inside the building. So I'm not certain if he fired also while inside. It appears, if not all, most of the shooting happened outside the building.
Chief, is this shooting related to any other shootings that happened in the last 24
So,
hours?
yeah, Taylor's asking, is this related to any of the other shootings? This does not appear to be related to any other shooting in the city.
Do you know approximately how many rounds were fired?
The question was how many rounds. I would say it's in the dozens. We don't have an exact count. There's a sidewalk on the outside as well as a grassy area, so obviously we are going through and taking our time to process the scene.
Was he firing just one weapon, like the rifle?
The question was he firing one weapon? We believe he had fired all three. He had a rifle, a shotgun, and a pistol.
Chief, was this individual licensed to conceal and carry? Did he have any?
Were the weapons, was he lawfully carrying the weapons? I don't have that information, and I don't have any information on any significant criminal history either.
Was he dressed at all in any tactical type of gear or anything?
It appeared he had some black clothing on, his cargo-type pants. I guess you could interpret that as, however you like.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for helping us to get the information out today. We have a lot more work
questions?
that needs to be done. We will return back later today to provide more details as they become available, and we'll let you know how you can know about that in the moments to come. Thank you.
Okay.
How can the public help?
That's it. Thank you.
Once again, folks, if you have further inquiries you want to send via email, communications@minneapolismn.gov. Thanks.
Hey, Mayor, just tell your governor to fucking rhetoric against this public discourse.
Yes, absolutely. Hey folks, one other quick thing. If you want to be absolutely sure to be notified of the next press avail, please send an email again to communications@minneapolismn.gov just to make sure, triple sure you're on all the lists. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you for listening to what we have to say. Here's what's happening in your neck of the hood.
The children were singing after they left the chapel. This is a prayer for these kids and families. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary. If people want to pray for these survivors, play them that song.
Howard, can't believe I ran into you.
A page that we were going to have a mass casualty incident at 8:46 a.m. this morning. That gave us time to mobilize all of our resources and prepare our teams. We are a level 1 trauma center, and we prepare and we train for this. Having said that these incidents are never easy. We've had 2 in the last 24 hours that have occurred, these mass casualty incidents. The one today, we received a total of 11 patients from this incident. 2 of them were adult patients, 9 pediatric patients. 4 of them required the operating room. And up to this point in time, there have been no fatalities related to any of those patients that were brought to our organization. I want to take a moment to tell you how proud I am to work for this organization and the teams that were involved, the resources, again, that were mobilized, our surgical colleagues, our medicine colleagues, our amazing nursing staff, our psychologists that help process these events for us, environmental services, all those involved. Hennepin EMS brought in all the critical patients from that scene to our organization, and we were very lucky to have 2 emergency medicine, emergency medical services directors that were on scene and able to provide us with really important information that, again, helped us to prepare for this event. So I don't have any individual or specific information about the patients at this time for you, so that's all I can share. Thank you for being here. Any questions?
You said they were in critical condition?
7 were brought in as critical patients, and at this time, I don't know the updates on what the conditions are of many of them. 4 of them required the operating room, as I said.
That there was a baby?
There were, again, 9 of the 11 patients were pediatric ages. I can't remember the exact ages. I believe it's 6 all the way up to 14. That's the range.
What types of teams you had working this morning, how many people it takes to treat a thing like that?
Yeah, you know, whenever that type of a page goes out, again, it really puts into motion a lot of a big response from all of the teams. And so because we're a level 1 trauma center, we have to, mobilize certain types of resources like, operating rooms and the surgical services. We have to have emergency providers and nurses. We have to, mobilize things like the laboratory and the blood bank. So there's a lot of planning, and again, a lot of exercises we do throughout the year to prepare for these events. And unfortunately, we respond to many of them throughout the year.
Can you talk about the injuries at all, or any type of what you're seeing here with some of these patients?
I can't get into specifics, but we are dealing with gunshot wound injuries from apparently a high-velocity weapon. And gunshot wounds can be very problematic because they can involve multiple body systems. And again, they require a lot of resources to manage. But again, we see a lot of gunshot wounds here at Hennepin Healthcare, and we're among the best in the nation every year at managing penetrating trauma. So we are used to seing them.
Can you tell us where the status of the 11? Are any of them still in surgery?
I don't know the status of it. I can't share that with you at this time.
Was anyone shot more than one?
I can't share that information with you at this time.
Can you confirm the families of some of the victims that made their way here?
Yeah, we've had quite a bit of effort to stand up a reunification center across the street here in our clinical specialty care building. And so to my knowledge, I believe all or almost all of the families and loved ones have been reunited with patients and know their status.
Do you know if anyone is being treated at any other locations?
My understanding was we had a lot of the non-critical patients that went to Children's Hospital, and I believe one went to Masonic Children's Hospital as well. I don't know the status of any of those patients.
Can you speak to the toll it takes on physicians here perhaps to handle these types of cases and mass casualty cases within hours?
Yeah, it does take a toll. Thank you for asking that. Asking that question. I think Again, we have psychologists that we have dedicated to our emergency department to help with our providers and our nurses and other workers that manage these types of events. Again, we've had 2 mass casualty events happen in the last 24 hours. I mean, that does take a toll. But we also have to recognize that we are here as a critical resource for our community, and we have to take time to process, the care that we deliver in these situations, and we have to be able to move forward because we are obviously needed.
Discharged?
Not to my knowledge.
You said there were 11 total, and 9 of them were pediatrics ages 6 to 14, but 7 were critical condition. Are all of those that are pediatric, those 6 to 14, are all of those in critical condition, or the ones that are older also in critical condition?
I don't want to misspeak here. I believe that all of the pediatric patients were the ones that were in a critical condition. Yes.
Did I get my numbers right? In saying that?
You did.
Can you give us your specific title one more time, Doctor?
It's Thomas Wyatt, Chair of Emergency Medicine at Hennepin Healthcare.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Check out our newsroom too, because I will be posting the exact information on the patients, their conditions, just those general conditions and the numbers. The Hennepin Healthcare Newsroom. Thanks for coming.
Do you anticipate any other updates later in the day?
I'm hoping to give another update later. Just again, general conditions. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
I couldn't hear anything.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Likely.
That's me because they'd hand me off to the time.
22, I think, is still here.
Oh,
wow.
Right. I guess they wanted to do things for that. So I guess
She was talking to me on the phone or on Zoom.
I want to catch up.
Yeah, it's all good to see you.
Oops. Yeah. Do you got channel 2 off? You got channel 2 off?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, we have now been moved about a half a block north of the school. That is the school entrance here at 54th, and I kind of like lost my bearings now where we are, but we are directly north of the school here. That news conference taking place a couple blocks that way, and I will tell you that the way that this is arranged here, there's no way to get from here to there directly without going a long way around, because there's so much of this everywhere, for good reason, obviously, as they continue this investigation around here. So a little less activity down there. What we have seen, what I saw over the past hour or so, is a number of officers with Minneapolis police. I saw airport police helping out too, going through some of the buildings right here across from the school, but also through the yards in the neighborhood just to my east here, just to the north of the school and to the north of the church area too, and looking for evidence just to make sure nothing was here. You may have heard the chief allude to, looking for potentially other supplies that the gunman had here. One of the neighbors here said that they had told her that they were looking again in case anything had been stashed in the yards in terms of other weapons or other supplies here, just to clear that out, to make sure that that's okay. I've not heard, again, if they found anything additional in here, but it was a very, very thorough search with canines throughout these buildings and in the alley, throughout the parking lot, around all the cars, and then thoroughly through all the yards of homes for blocks here, which is what made it then difficult for us to even move out of here, because they really locked it down even further, is they were continuing that very thorough sweep of all the properties around here and tighten things up again for the media and for other folks around here. So again, we've been moved further away as they continue to the investigation down here. See a number of people continuing to go in and out of the school. Just behind me, that's the entrance. That was the family reunification. A number of earlier today, as you've seen in the video, a number of parents walking their very young children out of there, coming to get them, and just with just stunned looks on their faces. Some of them were very much more emotional looks on their faces too. But so
those poor kids.
Yeah, how does it make you feel to be a nanny in this area when something like this happens? Just in terms of
grateful that my kids have been safe and that there's been nothing to happen at their school. But it's definitely it's terrifying. They start school next week. It'll be their first day on, I don't know. So, I mean, and this is what, it was the third day of school. It's always the beginning of the school year, and it's terrifying.
Anything else you wanted to ask?
Go back to the guy with open the trunk, the guy.
yeah, certainly, and talking to some of the neighbors here who they said they couldn't hear anything because it's just far enough away in the church, which is another block or half a block to the east here. And of course, a lot of homes buttoned up. So people here say they didn't hear anything until the police response came in full force. But they either talked to some people who either had children here at one point, or they have friends who have children here. One of the neighbors I was talking to has got a good friend that's got a preschooler that was just starting here. So certainly a lot of connections in this neighborhood, either people who had children there at one point, or know somebody who does, or certainly just feels a strong connection because they live right around this this church and this school. So it's you know, it really hits hard for people here too, even if they don't have a student there, because they know somebody who does, or they've known people who did. It's real tough. Rod, I'll either use this or I'll grab you. Oh no, I saw it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't. Well, we saw a lot of people leave earlier. Yeah. So I don't know what else is still happening over here that they moved us back. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Okay. What's your name?
Megan Pierluisi.
Could you spell that for me, please?
MEAGAN PIERLUISSI.
How long have you lived here?
8 years.
Just half a block from the school.
Yeah.
What's the first thing you knew that something had occurred today?
I was at work. My kids were here. We're in that stretch of summer for public schools where there's not a lot of care for kids. So my oldest was taking care of my littlest, and I'm on a mom's chat group, and one of the mom's kids goes there to preschool. And I was at work and just got here as fast as I could, scared of, you know, just not knowing what was happening in the neighborhood at all at that point.
Did you learn about it from the mom?
Yes. Well, at that point it was that there's a mass shooting at Annunciation, and knowing how close my home is to there, I just got here as fast as I could.
So was it the mother of the preschooler who told you that?
No, she was on the thread though. Okay. But no, just making sure we all knew what was happening and that we were all safe.
Her child is okay.
Her child is safe. Went into lockdown. The dad was able to get into lockdown with them, and they're home. You've known people who've had kids there before too? Yeah, absolutely. We know kids throughout the neighborhood who go there. We see them walk to school. I actually saw 2 on their way to school this morning as I was on my way to work. So it happened right after that.
How are you dealing with this? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I think I'm really sad. I'm frustrated that this continues to happen. That, you know, I don't like saying that I never thought that would happen in my neighborhood, because every neighborhood should feel safe. But I literally could not imagine this happening here. You always want to think that your kids can play around the block safely. They walk around to we're right here at a library and a grocery store. you give them independence, and then you're terrified that something may happen to them.
I see.
Wait till he stops.
You okay?
We're good. A friend of mine has come and gotten my kids so they could get out of this a little bit today and not see it. They start school next week. So my oldest is really thinking about that right now and is really sad.
That's the thing for kids and
Yeah.
parents who are going back to school this week or next week.
Yeah.
This is psychologically just hard to process.
It's awful. It's supposed to be a week of, it's so happy that the routines are back in place, or if you're a kindergartner or preschool, it's such that next step in life to start school, and for this to be taken away and to have their first week happen like this is just unreal.
We saw the police with canines going through the yards here. Did they tell you they were looking for something specific?
I asked them, is everything safe? And they just said it's an added precaution, and that made me feel safe, that they were doing everything that they could to walk through. I saw their dogs and some of the officers jump over fences, and they're incredible, and I'm really grateful for their work here.
Thank you. Yeah, one of the other neighbors said that if anything in case the gunman left this path, that's up.
Yeah, and the house I'm hearing is potentially first in Diamond Lake. The house they live. My friend lives there, who is also on this.
We're losing our mic.
Yeah, that's right. We're actually on the southwest corner of the school. You can probably see it here behind me over my shoulder. You can see that the area is still taped off, and the school and the church are actually connected, just to give you a sense of the layout here. The rest of the neighborhood at this point is pretty quiet, pretty somber. You probably heard Mayor Fry say earlier that that shouldn't be the case, that these are kids who should be learning in a classroom right now or playing on the playground, and that's not the case. And he said everyone here today, their lives will be forever changed by what happened this morning. We do know that 2 kids, as you mentioned, ages 8 and 10 were killed, 2 more in critical. Police told us they are still working to learn more about the gunman, that they don't know much about him right now, but that he shot through the windows while people were inside at the back-to-school mass. They say he opened fire on worshipers and kids inside. They also told us that they are searching his car right now, but that he doesn't have an extensive criminal history, so they're working to learn more about him. They also told us they're not sure he even entered the church this morning, that all of this might have been done from the parking lot through the windows, and that is where ultimately he took his own life. They said that he used a rifle, a shotgun, and a pistol. So again, a very scary, confusing morning out here in the neighborhood. We have seen the range of emotions. We've seen so many parents reunited with their kids, heartbroken, but also grateful. You've heard me say throughout the morning that I spoke with one mother who rushed over here to try and find her daughter and was just hoping and praying that her daughter would be with the group of kids who are waiting to be reunited with their families. We also talked to a 5th grader who heard the gunshots ring out while she was in church and was shuttled down to a preschool classroom. She said she spent the morning praying while she waited to get picked up by her parents. She said she believes that God was watching over her and that her guardian angel was watching over her, and that she's just so grateful to be safe. I can tell you as a parent, this time of year, the start of the school year, is supposed to be one full of hope and new beginnings, and something much different played out here today, and you can really feel it in the neighborhood. Guys?
Casey said about
they haven't gotten back to me. Okay, hang on, let me just see. I'm looking. It would be nice to kind of go to that.
Mine bothers me or not.
I know. Well, fine. I think I'm just going to make an executive decision to like because they are going to us so much. I even know talk about that. Yeah. It'd be nice to go to it. So, and I don't think we can. I know there's probably so much going on. So, however, the quickest thing is, I don't think they're going to find it or whatever. Oh wait, camera again. Let's try and get our hands on it and start using it. If that means feeding it back or whatever's best. Okay, I'll watch it. Okay. Yep, I will watch it.
Corin, was your water gone?
My water's empty.
I am not listening right now, so if they tell you something, let me know.
paper.
No. What do you need?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. How far away is it? You don't realize how much you got in your used car. Look at that kind of old building over there. That's all.
Thank you, Nick. I know. Well, you said days get water.
Pizza's coming in for the people that don't have to do anything. I just hope there's
Any way you want to go? The car is parked on the right. Got it.
totally fine. And I'll just, if you wanted to feed it back raw, and then over the window with the microphone. What is that?
If you want to pick a bite, I can just have you eat here.
So then you'll tell me and I can walk over there. So, okay. Maybe I'll take one bite from the mom and one bite from the daughter.
I didn't know exactly what it was.
Yeah, perfect. Let me know when you need me to listen.
You're set to go now.
My husband came home to me with Bill. He said that he said he could bring us stuff if he wanted anything. Although I'm afraid if I see them both, I would start crying. I've already cried like three times.
I was excited to go to the story about
There's a Walgreens right over there. Yeah.
anybody's going to do a story, I hope they mention mental illness. It shouldn't be the norm. And if the news is on and I'm watching it, and they're talking about this is our trauma, we're set through this, it shouldn't happen. You shouldn't. People come to expect it. It shouldn't be the norm. And it's mental illness. If a doctor doesn't do this, I don't care what a doctor says. That's not a normal thing.
I agree.
And there's other people out there like that. We know they're in our society. They're everywhere. They're on the highways. You see them.
I agree.
So there needs to be a tremendous impact in the United States to help other people.
I agree. You are preaching to the choir. I agree with everything you said.
Yeah, and I knew it after all the other ones we've been watching the last 30 years. Now it's here, but I mean, that isn't here nor there. It's otherwise there's two lives that go for nothing.
So sad. It's so preventable.
Well, I don't know. They did do a good job. They had the doors locked. I think he tried to get in. He blocked the key to the doors too.
Yeah.
That's diabolical. That's Hitlerist. My wife was in there and my two grandkids. My wife and two grandkids. I was frantic. I thought they were dead. Yes. But I mean, we need to pay attention.
I agree.
Correct. Where'd my charger go? No, I got power now. Thanks for the update. We're the only life. Where'd my charger go? Can I plug it into something? Yes. Yep, it's a USB-C. Yeah, I got a USB. I did. It's cool. The guy's cool. Yeah. Not charging? Oh, not turned on. How about now? Got to turn the little button on. We're the only live camera. Did you hear me say that? Ryan, can you hear me? And Jill too. Can somebody queue up all of those kids leaving instead of these guys just taking a live camera? I mean, that was good video. I assume somebody was rolling on that, right? Okay. That's it.
Another 30 minutes. Yeah.
With my thing now.